Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so you can stay updated on all the videos that I post. So, today's video is going to be a discussion video as far as should new nurses be able to work in the ICU. Now, this is a huge hot topic that is still going around to this day. And I want to give you guys my opinion as a new nurse that started in the ICU. So if you guys are interested in hearing this topic and my thoughts on this, then please keep watching. Okay guys, so first and foremost, just let me say really quick, details on this makeup look will be linked down below. The chit chat video that I filmed while creating this look will be down below if you're interested in seeing this makeup look. So I just want to throw that out there first for you guys. So, should new nurses be able to work in the ICU? Girl, it is a new century, and my answer to that is a big yes. Yes, new nurses, if they desire to be in the ICU, should be able to have that experience as a new nurse. Like, I have read comments on Facebook that are just appalling to me. And as far as myself, I always knew when I went to nursing school that I always wanted to work in the ICU. I always wanted to work in critical care because I knew that's just what I wanted. And when I got close to graduation and it was time for us to work on resumes and apply for jobs, and when I say only, I promise you, I only applied to hospitals that would accept new grads in the ICU. Now, this is not a statewide thing. Some hospitals do, some hospitals don't. It just depends. I only applied to ones that I knew that would. So, I feel like if you know what you want, there should be nothing and nobody that stands in your way. As a new nurse, if you want to work in the ICU, I tell you to go ahead. You apply for that job, and I hope that you get it. Because when you go through your orientation process, that is the make it or break it moment. That is what tells you, okay, yes, I can do this, or no, I cannot. I had so many people that I know that started throughout orientation, and some of them just could not make it. Like, after 2 weeks, they were done. You have some seasoned nurses that have been in the ICU for years, and they just can't take it anymore. Like, it's not for everybody, that experience. I think starting out in the ICU is perfect. I feel like it helps you not only manage your time, but manage your critical thinking. It helps you at some point to actually even focus on maybe just 1 or 2 patients so you can really understand that disease process. It sets you up in the long run for furthering your education if you want to do acute care nurse practitioner or CRNA. No, yeah, I know people are like, oh, you should start out on med-surg, you start out on general care. If I had to start out on med-surg, or if med-surg nursing was the only type of nursing that was offered, never would I have stepped foot into a nursing school, because that's not what I wanted. In the ICU, you get the opportunity to see those emergent situations where you need to really be thinking on your feet. You also have those situations that are more chill and relaxed. And then as far as when I was working at Mayo Clinic in their ICU, we had the opportunity to float. So that means we could also float to other ICUs. That was once we were off orientation. And then we could also float to general care floors. So we would almost get both sides of the nursing spectrum probably almost in one shift half the time. Sometimes my unit census would be low and I would float to general care floor. It might be on a night shift and I might have 4 patients. Guess what? I just got that experience and now I'm able to properly manage my time because now I have 4 patients. Whereas the next night I might work and I'm on my unit and guess what? I have a patient who darn near dies. So then there's that emergent situation that I get that experience with. I feel like people who are like, oh no, new nurses should not be in the ICU. Where are they going to get that experience from if they want it? You should not have to start out on med-surg unless, one, you absolutely want to, or maybe it's the hospital you want to work at and that might be a requirement. Okay, so you have to start somewhere. Yes, I completely understand. But I don't think that new nurses should be restricted to not being able to start out in the ICU. So I have to say to you guys out there that are nursing students or nurses looking to go into ICU, do not be scared. Yes, it can be very intimidating. There was times where I felt like I was in a whirlwind because there was so much stuff going on. There was times where I would come home and cry because I took work home with me because I got attached to a patient who died. Like, it can be so super intense, but I feel like I learned so much about myself, so much about more disease processes, where I want to go in the future. There's just so many avenues that you can focus on in critical care. And I would say to you guys, give it a chance, give it a shot. If that's what you want, you stick to your guns. You look for those hospitals that accept new grads in their ICU, and that'll tell you. You can do research on the hospital. You can even start applying for jobs, and they'll list the requirements. If you can, if you're a nursing student, if you can, I don't know how your nursing school is. Ours was set up on HESIs and your HESI scores. If you can get your senior preceptorship, your senior practicum, your capstone, whatever your school calls it, if you can get that in the ICU, that will also give you a little ledge up. It will also give you some experience in the ICU and kind of help you determine, okay, is this where you could see yourself as a new nurse? So yeah, I know as far as myself, it was a wonderful opportunity for me to get to be at the Mayo Clinic in the ICU there. And it has kind of set my course so far. I feel like I learned so much, and I feel like sometimes those critical thinking skills and those time management skills could maybe stifled in another area. So I know if you're on like a general care floor and you might have 4 to 6 patients or whatever, whether it's a day or night shift, yeah, you can work on your time management because you have all these patients that you have to see, but you might not really be able to hone in on those disease processes and use that critical thinking portion of your mind and really pull out that stuff from nursing school. But I do know it is the forefront. Our nurses that are on, general care floors, they do a fabulous job at assessing patients because they're the ones on the forefront that could call an RRT or a rapid response on a patient that is deteriorating and get them to the ICU. So I am not knocking general care nurses at all. I'm just talking about my experience, what I knew I wanted, and why I feel like people have just given such a bad rap to having new nurses in the ICU. So I'm not bashing general care nurses at all. So I want to throw that out there now for somebody who tries to cop an attitude, because that's not what I'm doing. I just know that that's, my thoughts on the whole situation. I feel like I feel like new nurses should be given a chance. Like, you're going to be with a preceptor who hopefully is pretty good at what they do to be precepting. So it's not like you're going to be a new grad in the ICU and on your first day you're on your own. No, you're going to have a preceptor, so you're going to have somebody right there with you. So I feel like you should be given the opportunity, and I feel like it's a great opportunity. And I feel like a lot of people will know. I guarantee you a lot of people know within 2 weeks whether it will be for them or not. I can tell you that right now, because it was the same for me and other people that I talked to. You just know that you know that you know that you know that you know. Like, I can't even say that you know enough. You just know that you know. So how are you going to know if you like something if you don't try it, right? Exactly. So my thoughts on the whole situation: should new nurses be able to work in the ICU? Yes, they should. If I ever got to the point where I was a hiring manager for a hospital, I would want to believe that I would be able to hire new grads in the ICU. I would want to believe that I'd be able to hire the strongest candidates and those that I know really have true potential. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Connect with me on social media. Let me know what you think. This is not going to turn into a debate. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. I'm not going to debate this situation because I never have debated this situation. I just felt like after seeing something on Facebook and reading some of the comments, I wanted to express my own opinion, and I want to do that via a YouTube video. So this is not going to turn into a debate. I'm letting you guys know that right now. Nor was I bashing any type of nurse, any nurse specialty unit or anything like that, just so you guys know that as well. So yeah. Like I said, let me know in your comments section down below what you think. Connect with me on social media. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. I'd love to know other people's thoughts on this. Not that I wanted to turn into a debate. I just like to know people's thoughts. So I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.